What's up, you guys? Amber Guzman here, and I want to share with you guys just a couple tips that really helped me pass my real estate exam. Now, of course, you have to put in the work. Of course, you have to study and take it serious. Of course, you have to attend your classes, whether it be in class, online. I highly suggest that you attend those Saturday classes. If your school offers a Saturday kind of crash course, I definitely suggest you take that after you've completed all the weeks that you have to complete. If you take it in between, it might be information that you haven't heard yet, and it's just going to add to the stress and anxiety of getting ready for the test. So what I did was I waited until I completed all 4 weeks, all 90 plus hours in the classroom, and then I attended that Saturday class from 9 to 6. I stayed every bit of that time, asked every question I had, made sure that everything made sense. I even attended the next day, which was a Sunday 3-hour math course. I don't do very well at math, and it's been quite a bit of time since I had read a math question or a word problem. So I wanted to take advantage of every resource available to me in order to pass that test, because I knew I did not want to come back again and take it. So I highly recommend that you take advantage of every resource that your school offers you in order to pass that test the first time. But what really helped me while I was in the actual test center, in front of my screen, ready to take that test, was the fact that I went through the questions and answered the ones I knew and I felt confident in, that I was going to get right for sure. Now, the ones that I wasn't too sure about, that I knew that I probably could have come back and spent a little more time, I flagged it on the computer, but I also wrote that particular question down, because as I was writing the question number down, I knew that, for example, in national, I can only miss 20 questions out of 80 in order to get a 75 or better. So while I was writing those down, it was also helping me in my mind to keep track of where I was as far as getting wrong answers. So as I was getting closer to the end of my test, I was also kind of counting how many questions I had written down. And if I was getting close to those 20, I knew, okay, I have to get the rest of these right. So I was a little more focused. And then as the end of the test came up, I still had about 35 to 40 minutes left. So then I went back and looked at all those questions that I had written down. I had 40 minutes left, so I was not going to rush. I went back through, looked at those questions, read them slower, took about another minute or two on each one of them, and there were many times where I actually changed my answer because I realized that I skipped a word out, that I didn't read correctly, or I just had to come back and spend a little more time, and I knew, wow, I actually know the answer. Why did I answer that? Okay, great. So it actually helped me a lot. And I really feel that it was because of this technique I passed the test. Because if I would have kept going and just, answered, submitted those that test, I probably would have failed the first time. So I felt confident that I knew the information, but I just needed a little more time to come back and read that question slower and really take my time. So if you are someone that knows your stuff, you've done all the classes, you've done all the training, then when you're in the actual test, don't spend too much time on one question. Just write that number down, but it also helps you in your mind keep track of how many you can miss, and then come back and read those again. I did the same thing with state. We had 40 questions. You can only miss 10 in order to get that 75% or better. And I did the same thing with that. So again, use this tip. It really will help. Take your school crash courses, study the stuff. I also have another little kind of test area that helps you. It's called cram. I will link it down below. The school provided me with that. It came with my packet that I first purchased. But you can also go onto their website and you can purchase this alone, and it's good for a whole year. So you don't only have a limited amount of time, you've got a whole year to use it. I definitely suggest you take advantage of that because that's what I used as well. And again, I'll link it down below. If you have any tips that helped you, maybe the next person watching this might not find these tips helpful, but something you write down below might actually help them as well. So please feel free to comment down below. I appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one.